Hi guys, welcome to High Entropy. It's day 84 of English speaking, and today I'm gonna discuss or I'm gonna talk about two things. First thing is I'm gonna talk about the movie that I watched yesterday, and second, I will just summarize the story of it so it will help me in building or constructing the stories or telling the stories. Second thing, I'm gonna talk about today's discussion what I had in office. It's a short and sweet, but yeah, definitely it helps me to boost my confidence. So today I'm more conscious because I just want to focus on the story points. Okay, so let's begin with the story. So yesterday I watched a movie, Bahan Hogi Teri. Okay, so actually the title is Hindi because I watched it in Hindi and now I'm trying to tell you in English. Okay, so it's not like I'm gonna translate it. I'm gonna tell you directly in English. So story begins with a simple uh, a boy and girl story as typical, where a boy tries to impress a girl and girl just ignores him, and then he tries different funda, you can say different methods to impress her. But the problem is whoever's our neighbors in uh, like okay, I don't need to use word like. So like there is, oh again I used word like so bad. Okay, yeah, so the thing is like okay, let me try it again. So in their neighborhood there is a pattern, like whenever someone is like all the neighbors, like, oh god. Okay, let me try to win. So the problem is in their neighborhood, whenever someone, like all the girls, their fathers are telling like, okay, all the neighbors are your sister, all the neighbor girls are your sisters. But it's a story about a Gattu, and the boy's name is Gattu and girl's name is Binny. And uh, Gattu, like since childhood, likes Binny. But the problem is his father and girl's brother thinks like the Gattu uh, is like a brother, but he never like. And there is one more thing, like whenever there's some neighbor and they don't want, they used rakhi or maybe thread that we used to tie like in Hinduism. So yeah, to protect the brother or to protect the sister from brother. So they tie. I believe I'm think I'm messing it up. Um, so thing is like they use it as a tool to make someone as a sister of someone. So they use it as like they, if girl will tie the thread to to a boy, that means boy, now boy have to treat that girl as a sister because now she is his sister. Okay, so the thing is Gattu always tries to avoid or hide during this festival of Raksha Bandhan. Okay. Another thing is he always tried, and Binny also knew like, okay, this boy likes her. Okay. So thing is, and a story goes, and the problem is Gattu is kind of person who hesitate to talk to her, not to her, but uh, who is very simple guy who don't know how to convince his brother because he is only the like who he's the only his brother, not her brother, is only the person who is uh, the elder member in her family. Okay, now Kattu cannot speak to his brother, her brother, or uh, his parents also. Okay, so the thing is here. So the biggest problem is he hesitates to talk to either his parents or her brother or his own parents. Okay. Now the story moves forward and Gattu tries to impress her, so that like what he does simply uh, tries to basically impress her in the form of in the different tasks. And Binny asks her like, okay, you are a fatu means coward or maybe hesitant person, so you are a kind of person. And he story moves forward, and so what Gattu does. Basically, he stands in front of her house and whole night, and it's cold night. So he thought like if we'll do these kind of activities, then it will prove that the Gattu is a strong person. But these things are like childish things, you can say. These are not showcase anyhow like you if you are a strong person. And he tries his in his ways, like maybe tries to say someone something that is like you won't be able to do in public and all. So but story moves forward, and the mess happens when uh, his father, Gattu's father, uh, saw the Binny with another boy. And the thing is like the another boy is Gattu's friend, and he thought because she was with him in his bike. So he thought his father thoughts like this girl is in relationship with Gattu's friend or the milkman. Okay, and here the story revolves around it. And then his father, or Gattu's father, told this to his to girl's brother. And girl's brother tries to threaten the milkman, or you can say Gattu's friend. And he slapped even. That was the funny part here, if you'll see. Like it was the most funny part where the boy or Gattu's friend starts crying, because it's a very innocent scene. Like if you'll see, you will realize that it's funny and innocent as well, because that boy simply said like no one ever uh, slapped him, and this is the first person who slapped him, even his father who is gone, but he never slapped him. So he started crying, and it's like a child crying, a child is crying. Okay, so that's the story, and it moved forward. And then they both uh, like Gattu and his friend were drunk and went to Gattu's friend's home. And his grandfather was in the room, and then they were so drunk and they started telling the story, our love story of the Gattu. But his grandfather misunderstood, and he thought like this boy, his basically his what we say grandson, is in relationship with the girl. And girl's brother is denying to be in this relations, or is not agreeing to uh, for this relation. So what he does, so everything misunderstood, and they thought like okay, they will help him to basically they tries to separate that girl and boy, because of all honor killing, or maybe because of caste system and all. So they thought, but the story ends with something different scenario, where the sister's brother says like you guys are kind of goon and all. And they took it as a ego, and they said like okay, now uh, if we are goons, then uh, we are going to marry you. Basically my grandson will marry to your sister, and they wanted forcefully to marry him. But the story moves forward, and at the end what happens, so I will move forward. So at the end what happens, the Gattu tries to prove himself a strong man, and he creates a story. He creates a new plot of his story. And he does, so he tries to call the police, and creates like a he made a plan. And then both were talking like both, I mean, both the parties came together in the event, in the wedding event. And at that time he uh, bravely said like uh, she's not my sister, and you guys are always used to tell like all the neighbors are your sisters and brothers. And that was the crazy moment. So that's the story. I think I'm not able to tell it in the proper way. That's why I thought like let me pick different topic. If I'll talk about something that is normal in my flow, it will be very easy for me. So that's why. Okay, now let me tell you another thing, that is like what happened today in the office. So I was like, as usual, I went, stepped out, and I was waiting for the rickshaw. Rickshaw came, and I boarded on rickshaw, and then I went to office. So I thought, okay, today, like there were few other members were sitting in the rickshaw, but I did, like, I didn't get chance, or maybe I wasn't feeling confident enough to talk to them. So I moved forward, and then I was feeling little awkward because today I did not talk to anyone. So, but then suddenly the you can say security guard calls me and said like this gentleman is also want to go to uh, the same building. So could you please help him in basically could you please help him to navigate to the building, or maybe help him to the same reach the same building. So I said okay. Then I thought okay, this is a chance like to talk to him. And the man was like he was looking like a manager or something. So I just asked like is it your first day or what? So I simply started, and I started with hello, and then I said hi, and then he said hello. Okay, so then we started talking, and then he said no, I'm here for interview. Then okay, I said wonderful. Then he asked me like in which tech you are you working. Then I told him about the tech and unit. I thought he's from the same company, but no, he came for interview. Yeah, but the gentleman was really cool person. So, and the good thing is like we talked in English only. We haven't spoke even a single word in Hindi. And then I started talking about. I was curious to talk to more. I was curious to talk more. So I asked more. Like I said, all the best for your interview. And then said, my name is Raju, and what is your name? Then he told his name, but I'm bad at it. Like I never remember the names, and I forgot it immediately. Maybe I was focusing on different thing, and I haven't uh, even thought about the name. Just I asked casually, and then we move forward. And I said, "This is the cafeteria, and from here we are going to go." And then asked asked about like which tech learner you have worked so far before and all. Then he said he came for the AI transformation leader or something, some sort of role. Then I said, okay, wonderful. And he said like he was working for a school, for a university to build, to transform their, to basically transition into AI field. So I said, wonderful. And then we started continuing the discussion because it was a little distance only. So, and after that, I said, okay, you can talk to the security guards, and they will let you, they will tell you more further process. And then we handshake, and everything is done. Everything was done. So that was the simple sort of story. Okay, so one thing from here, first thing, I don't know why, still I use so many times like word. And I tried to, not tried to, but here in the second story, I just tried to speak it fast. And in the first story, uh, at the starting you saw, I was more curious about suppressing the like word, suppressing the filler word like. But the problem is still I'm using it more because I uh, one thing that ChatGPT is telling me every day, or suggesting me, that you don't need to speak continuously. You can take a pause if you don't get what needs to be said, and then you can take pause, and that is okay. I feel like yeah, it should be it is acceptable. At least you are in learning phase, so you don't need to worry about whether my video will go out good in the good way or not. Because if you see at the starting, whenever you are gonna watch, if you will watch till end, you will get to know. First thing, like in the starting, I just created mess. Like I'm just trying to force myself to not speak, or to not use the word like more frequently. But it's not going to happen. If you'll force more, you will start fumbling. So you have to just be little cautious while speaking, and it will go into you will be able to suppress or reduce the number of filler words. Hmm. So that's, I think that's pretty much about this video. And yeah,